Hey guys! In the past week, I've talked a lot about different diets. I've debunked lots of diet myths, but I've never mentioned actually what diet I actually recommend. That's why I decided to make a very short video on what diet is the best in my opinion. And to be honest with you, there isn't one diet that is the best. It depends on you, your goals, your lifestyle, your personal preferences, your body, everything. That's why there's no one size fits all solution with the one perfect diet that is super healthy everyone should follow. Because of course there are genetic differences, as the saying I mentioned with starch. Some people can tolerate starch very well and some people don't. And there are lots of other different genetic variations. But it's not the only thing. I think even if I would give you the absolutely best diet plan, science-based, even based on your genome or genetic information, which fits to your kind of genetic predisposition. But if you can't really stick to this diet because of some lifestyle factors, because you're stressed, because when you're stressed, you start emotional eating junk food, there's absolutely no point to give you the absolutely best science-based diet if you can't stick to it. So for this reason, that's also a principle I apply with my clients, is the most important thing is to create a diet you can stick to and then working on the lifestyle factors that make it as easy as possible for you to stick to this healthier, to this better diet, and to make it as difficult as possible for you to fall off the wagon. And what most of the diets, or like successful diets, or actually any diets have in common is restriction. There's restriction of a certain food type that makes many people gaining weight. Most of the time it's restriction of junk food. Junk food is unhealthy, high in calories, not so high in micronutrients, so that it's actually like really bad for you. And most people, when they cut out junk food, they lose weight, they become healthier. Surprise, surprise. So many diets are actually about restriction, because also restriction of food choices has been shown to kind of promote weight loss or like maybe a healthier diet. So if you don't have so many things to choose from, then you might get bored with one or two things you have at home, and then the likelihood of overeating isn't that high. So that's the first factor I would actually kind of recommend to everyone. If you want to have the one size fits all solution, then I would just say cut out junk food, because this will always work. Another thing many diets have in common, but not all, is increasing vegetable intake. And I'm actually a big fan of increasing vegetable intake, because vegetables are satiating, they're low in calories, and they make it easier to stay full when you diet, when you cut calories. But they also provide you also micronutrients are just healthy. That's the second thing, vegetables. And everything else depends on you and your lifestyle. Also, if I would discuss low carb versus low fat, I would in most cases go for lower carb, just because fat is very important also for hormonal production, so I wouldn't cut fat. Also, many carbs many people use, I don't say all people, are really starchy, sugary, which actually often triggers overeating in many people. So you would make actually diet safer by reducing the amount of food that actually triggers overeating and isn't as satiating as maybe other foods like vegetables and protein sources. But there is actually an exception to it. When someone follows a really low calorie diet, for example, a small female who is maybe a bikini competitor who needs to cut even more calories for competition, so this woman doesn't have a high calorie expenditure to start with and you have even to cut more so that she can lose weight, then I would maybe prefer relatively higher carb diet if the carbs come mostly from vegetables or, for example, legumes. I find actually legumes really satiating. And but still, higher carb doesn't mean, you know, sugar and lots of starch. But I would just choose the food sources that are the most satiating, and often they are also higher in carbs, but also very high in fiber. But I still would keep an eye on fat intake so it doesn't go too low, so the person gets all the essential fatty acids in. And then of course I would also adjust diet to lifestyle. If someone has lots of social meals in the evening or is very sedentary in the morning, I might go for intermittent fasting. Then if someone has lots of cravings and tends to overeat on carbs and sugar, then I might even consider a keto diet if the person after a while adapts to the keto diet and finds it kind of easier to stick to because you don't need to fight these cravings for sugar constantly. And for some people, keto diet is actually more satiating. Not for everyone, but for many people. That's why I would just look at the individual, also what the challenges are, also regarding lifestyle, meal prep, how easy is it to follow this diet, and then adjust the diet according to the person's challenges. There is no perfect diet. Definitely there's no one-size-fits-all solution for everyone, but even if you take one person, if a diet is perfect for a person now in the moment, it doesn't mean that the same diet will be perfect for this person later. Also, I change my diet and adjust my diet constantly, depending on the things that change, how much I move, how my working schedule looks like, what times a day I exercise. I adapt constantly my nutrition to my schedule and my lifestyle and try to improve it. That's why there is definitely not the perfect diet, except the two perfect guidelines would be cut out junk food and eat more healthy stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it and you think a friend could benefit from it, please share it with your friend. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscription button down below and subscribe, and see you very soon.